Things are moving fast at Ibrox, and if anyone thought Rangers were done making noise in this transfer window, think again. The overhaul continues at full throttle with 2 more signings confirmed, and even more names being strongly linked. Russell Martin is clearly on a mission to reshape this club from the ground up, putting his stamp not just on the squad but on the entire structure. The man's got vision and he's not wasting time. Supporters are watching every update like hawks, and who can blame them? This is turning into one of the most dramatic and intriguing summers the blue side of Glasgow has seen in years. With changes happening on and off the pitch, there's a real sense that something big is being built here. It's not just about short-term fixes or quick headlines. This looks and feels like a real project, a proper rebuild, aimed at bringing silverware back to Ibrox in dominant fashion. Now let's talk about the 2 most recent names officially unveiled. Joe Rothwell and Emmanuel Fernandez are now part of the Rangers family. Rothwell, a midfielder with Premier League experience and someone who has already worked under Martin at Southampton, brings a blend of composure and creativity that's badly needed in the middle of the park. And let's not overlook his time at Leeds United during their promotion push. He's seen what it takes to win, to fight for something big, and that kind of mentality is exactly what this squad has been crying out for. Then there's Emmanuel Fernandez. What a journey this lad has had. From being released by a non-league side during the chaos of the pandemic, to now signing a multi-million-pound deal with Rangers. He stood out last season at Peterborough, not just helping them win the EFL trophy, but showing real leadership and grit in the back line. At only 23, he's got time to grow, but he already looks ready to take on the responsibility that comes with wearing the Rangers shirt. That deal could end up being an absolute bargain if he develops the way many expect. But it doesn't stop there. The club is moving decisively, and names like Theo Osgaard and NASA are now heavily linked. Let's start with Osgaard, a player that ticks so many boxes for what Rangers need right now. He's only 23, already capped by Norway, and capable of playing in multiple positions across midfield and even out wide. Technically gifted, strong, and with an eye for goal, this is the kind of player that adds another dimension to the team. Osgaard's most recent stint at Luton might not have gone as planned due to the club's relegation, but individually he impressed. Scoring 14 goals across all competitions, showing intelligence and versatility, he made it clear he's ready for the next step. Rangers see that, and talks are reportedly at an advanced stage. If this move gets over the line, it could be one of the standout signings of the window, not just for Rangers but in Scottish football overall. And when you compare him to the current midfield options, it becomes even clearer why he's such a priority. Last season, Rangers midfield struggled heavily in terms of goal contributions. Names like Nico Raskin, Tom Lawrence, Ioannis Hagi, and Mohamed Diaw managed just for league goals each. Decent, but nowhere near enough. That lack of firepower meant the strikers had to carry most of the attacking burden, and it showed especially in tight matches where creativity and finishing from deeper areas could have made the difference. That's where Osgaard steps in. His numbers at Wigan and Luton weren't just about goals. His expected goals and expected assist stats were solid, to showing he creates chances and finishes them. And while he can play off the left wing, the plan in Ibrox seems to be using him in more central zones, allowing him to link play, find pockets of space, and strike from distance. He adds balance and threat, and at the time when Rangers are still looking to add proper wingers, he might be the creative spark needed through the middle. Meanwhile, the hunt for defensive reinforcements is also in full swing. The club is understood to be in pole position to bring in NASA on loan from Wolves, the Burkinabe defender who moved to the Premier League for a fee that could rise to £10 million, is still raw but has massive potential. Standing at 6'4", he's a physical presence and someone who can dominate aerial duels, something Rangers will surely benefit from, especially in European nights and old firm battles. And it's not just about the squad. The coaching staff is getting a makeover too. Russell Martin is bringing in his own men, and that includes Mike Williamson and Salvatore Bibo. Williamson, once a Premier League defender with Newcastle, has transitioned into coaching and management with real promise. He knows the English system, understands what it takes to lead, and he's got history with Martin from their playing days together. That kind of connection and trust is valuable, especially when implementing a new footballing philosophy. Bibo, the new goalkeeping coach, arrives with an impressive CV, having previously worked at Arsenal and Brighton before joining from Sheffield Wednesday. He's known for developing shot stoppers and could be crucial in helping Rangers keepers reach the next level. With Jack Butland looking to continue his resurgence, having someone like Bibo behind the scenes could be vital. The message from Martin and the club is clear: this isn't just about adding bodies. It's about building something sustainable. Every move has a purpose, every signing fits into a broader vision. And with sporting director Kevin Thelwell also playing a key role, the coordination behind the scenes seems strong. Even Kieran Wright, who's yet to make a senior appearance for the club, has signed a new one-year extension. At 26, he's been with Rangers since 2016 and has gone out on multiple loans. His experience in Scottish football, from Albion Rovers to Partick Thistle, gives him a unique perspective, and staying on signals that the club values his professionalism and sees him as part of the goalkeeping unit going forward. All of this points to a club that is serious, methodical, and ambitious. From fresh blood in the midfield and defense to experienced additions on the sidelines, the pieces are being moved carefully into place. There's still work to be done for sure, and fans will be eager to see what other moves happen before the window shuts. But make no mistake, Rangers are not here to play catch-up. They're here to lead, and with this kind of intent being shown in early July, the rest of the Scottish Premiership should be on notice. Now, while it's easy to get carried away with the new signings and all the fresh faces arriving at Ibrox, it's important to remember what this all represents. Not just a rebuild, but a clear statement that mediocrity is no longer acceptable at Rangers Football Club. The last couple of seasons have been frustrating for supporters, and while there have been moments of promise, consistency and quality across the entire campaign have been missing. This transfer window feels different because for the first time in a while, there's a defined structure behind the decisions being made. You can see it in the type of players being targeted. Young, versatile, hungry to prove themselves, and with real technical quality. These aren't panic buys or short-term plugins. They're footballers who can grow with the club, who have the potential to either become key pillars of the starting 11 or valuable assets down the line. Russell Martin and his staff are clearly planning not just for the next match or the next title race, but for the long-term health and identity of Rangers. And that identity is shifting. Under Martin, the style of play is expected to become more proactive, more possession-based, more aggressive with and without the ball. That's why players like Rothwell and Osgaard fit the mold: mobile, intelligent, and willing to press high, carry the ball through midfield, and link up in tight areas. It's a more modern approach, one that many top sides across Europe have adopted, and it demands a different kind of player than what Rangers have traditionally relied upon. That's also why the additions to the coaching staff matter so much. Mike Williamson brings a tactical brain and a defender's eye for organization and discipline, something that will be vital as Rangers look to tighten up at the back. Salvatore Bibo, meanwhile, brings a fresh perspective on goalkeeping. Having worked with elite talents in England, his influence could prove invaluable, especially with Butland aiming to get back into the England picture and younger keepers like Kieran Wright continuing to develop. Speaking of Wright, his contract renewal might have flown under the radar for some, but it's a clear sign that the club values continuity and depth, especially in such a crucial position. Even if he doesn't see regular minutes, having a keeper who knows the environment, understands the expectations, and can step up when needed is a luxury most clubs don't have. Now let's go back to Theo Osgaard for a moment. This isn't just a flashy signing to get fans talking. This is a calculated move for a player with huge upside. Born in Norway but raised in England, he's got that rare mix of Scandinavian discipline and British tenacity. He's comfortable receiving the ball under pressure, can glide past players, and has a sweet left foot that can deliver goals from open play or set pieces. If Rangers can close this deal, it won't just be a boost for the midfield. It'll be a statement of intent to the rest of the league. And make no mistake, competition for a player like Osgaard doesn't come easy. Other clubs are sniffing around, and if the deal does go through, it'll show just how persuasive the Rangers project is right now. Players are seeing something happening in Glasgow, a sense of purpose, of progression, of ambition. They want to be part of it. They want to wear the blue shirt and play at Ibrox in front of 50,000. That matters. Same goes for Nasa, the Wolves defender. Young, athletic, and already valued highly by his parent club, he's exactly the type of player that can benefit from a spell in Scotland. And Rangers, in turn, can benefit massively from his physicality and potential. It's a win-win if it comes off. A loan move for a talent like him could be the kind of deal that elevates the entire defensive unit. And that's not even touching on the possibility of bringing in someone like Connor Cody. Talks are ongoing, and while nothing's confirmed yet, just the fact that Rangers are pursuing a player with that level of experience tells you everything about the ambition at the club. Cody, at 32, is a leader, a communicator, A center-half who's played in big matches, captained sides, and knows how to organize a back line. If a deal like that is finalized, it's not just about what he does on the pitch. It's about what he brings to the dressing room, to training, to the younger players who will learn from him every single day. And in the midst of all this, the squad is being reshaped to not only challenge domestically, but to compete in Europe. That's a huge part of this rebuild. European nights are part of the DNA at Rangers. The memories, the glory, the noise under the lights. It's not just nostalgia, it's a standard. And with the type of football Russell Martin wants to play, there's every chance this team could become a serious threat on the continent again. It's still early in the summer and more moves are expected. There will likely be departures too, as the squad is trimmed and streamlined to fit the new style and philosophy, but the signs so far have been incredibly encouraging. Every appointment, every signature, every rumor that holds weight, it all points to a club that is focused, unified, and determined to get back to the top. This is not about revenge, it's about resurrection. Rangers are looking to rise again, not just as title contenders in Scotland, but as a respected force in Europe, with a squad full of players who believe in the badge and a staff that knows exactly where they're going. The road ahead won't be easy, the competition is fierce, and the expectations are sky high. But for the first time in a while, it feels like Rangers are building something real, something strong, something lasting. So keep your eyes on the transfer updates, watch the preseason matches, pay attention to how this team gels, how the new faces integrate, and how Russell Martin's vision starts to come to life. Because if this summer is anything to go by, Rangers aren't just preparing for another season, they're preparing for a new era. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team, it's crucial for Rangers FC fans. Could the Ibrox faithful be set to welcome back a familiar face? Whispers coming out of Govan suggest that Jojo Aribo, the dynamic midfielder who once lit up the Premiership in Royal Blue, might be on the brink of a sensational return to Rangers. It's been 3 years since Aribo departed for the English Premier League, and while nothing is confirmed, there's a growing sense that a reunion could be on the cards. Sources close to the club have hinted that talks may already be underway, though nothing official has come out of the Rangers boardroom. Aribo, now 28, left Ibrox in 2022 for a move south of the border, hoping to test himself in one of the most competitive leagues in the world. His stint in England, while marked by flashes of brilliance, never quite reached the dizzying heights of his Scottish tenure. Some say the move didn't offer the consistency or prominence he enjoyed in Glasgow, with Rangers looking to bolster their midfield ahead of a crucial campaign, both domestically and in Europe. Aribo's name has resurfaced in conversations amongst fans and pundits alike. The Nigerian international was a fan favorite during his time at the club, remembered for his elegant footwork, powerful runs, and knack for scoring in big matches. Who could forget his goal in the Europa League final in Seville? Speculation has only intensified after Aribo was spotted in Glasgow recently, reportedly visiting old friends and former teammates. Could it have been more than just a social visit? Some insiders believe so. There's talk that Aribo himself is open to a return, drawn by unfinished business and a love for the city and its supporters. Of course, this all remains firmly in the realm of possibility for now. Transfers can be tricky, especially with financial demands and competition from elsewhere. But with Rangers known for bringing home former heroes, think Alan McGregor or Stephen Davis, a move for Aribo wouldn't be out of character. As the summer transfer window heats up, this is one rumor that might be worth keeping an eye on. Stranger things have happened in football, and if Jojo Aribo were to pull on that blue jersey once more, it's safe to say the Ibrox roar would be deafening. Greetings, fans. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.